Hello, welcome all to the first official Weep. For those of you who don't know, Weep is a weekly art event that I hold, and it stands for Weeks of Effort and Endless Painting. However, no one knows that, and just know that it's art related, and I talk about it a lot. Whoops. So, let's go into this week's theme, I guess. So, this week's theme to kick off the spoopy season is Blood Moon Way. For those of you who don't know, this was the original Blood Moon Way picture. It was created by Potato Blue. Since then, Way has drawn a few times, most notably the one in the FNAF series here. So, let's head over to the first people. The first one we're going to be looking at is Aphelion. You can find Aphelion at twitch.tv of Aphelion Astri? I think that's how you say it. I'm just saying all these phonetically, or how they make sense in my brain. So, they made this very nice little cozy art. It's so nice. It's just so warm. It's like you've got all the nice little maple leaves and this really fun chroma effect on like all the fallen leaves, and the dappled light is so fun. And I love how they did the horns and the hat, and Wade just looks so happy and having a good time. Yeah, yes, yummy, good art. What I really, really love, just the little expression. It's just so happy. Just look at it. It's just so cute. The second thing is the dappled lighting. It's just it's so nice and pleasant. You get that nice golden hour effect where everything's just kind of glowing. Especially in the bottom left there, you can see kind of the chroma effect that a lot of the leaves have, and it makes it very nice and special. And then how that one sun drop is leading to Way's little sweater there, and then the little patchwork pants, which are kind of scarecrow-like, but in like the best way possible. And then that leads you back up to Way's little face and the antlers that are kind of like hidden in the background. It's almost like a little cute hidden detail. Oh, it's just so nice. So, what I really like about this piece is that how cozy it is. As you'll see later on, this is kind of like the only, I don't want to say happy, but the only one that isn't more horror inclined. Now, let's go into the next person, which is Phonic. So, Phonic actually had several submissions. You could submit as many as you wanted. This is Phonic's first submission. Bingies. So, what I really like about this piece is I really like how the face turned out. I love how the eyes are glowing and a little bit swollen, and how the mouth's all like ripping and dripping, but Way in this one it has a lot more of like kind of like a spidery inspiration. It's got the eyes underneath, but it's the way that it's drawn, the two eyes on the right there are part of the mouth, until you realize, oh no, that's its eyes. And it's just like this really cool effect. The cheeks on the side are also the same color as like the inside of the mouth, so it's like, are those holes? Are those cheeks? It's like that, like, kind of ambiguity is so fun. And also, may I just add, I love the colors that Phonic picks. They're just so, like, these purples. Yes. Another really cool detail that I like is the horn popping out of the skin. You can see a little bit there if you zoom in that it's like ripping the skin as if it was emergent, and it's just so nice. And now let's go on to Phonic's second submission. In this one, it's actually not even the same Way design, since this one's got the full mask and two horns this time rather than just one. However, they did keep some similar elements of the hair and that sweater thing, but most everything else is different. Like, you've got the smoke, which, might I add, looks fantastic, and it's just like slightly transparent, and the way that it looks like the smoke has like teeth as if trying to like consume something, or if it's consuming Way. It's just so nice. I also really love the composition. So first of all, the way that the body is segmented, I don't know if this is intentional or not. It lines up with the rule of thirds. So if you chop it up, the piece into three sections, horizontally and vertically, and they just have to be kind of rough, you should put your points of interests on those little dots bits. You don't. It's not a hard and fast rule, but it is one that can help you spice up your composition a little bit. And this one does that. You've got that giant hand, the one in the bottom left, sectioning off the middle section of the picture, and then you've got one at the top, and the third almost matches up with the left eye. And then you got the smoke, and then kind of how the face is structured, all of the lines lead back to itself. As you can see, there's like a few here and there that don't, but like the horn leads to the smoke, and the smoke leads to the eyes, and then the eyes lead to the rest of the mask, which is circular, leading you back up and around the face. And if you follow the hair, it goes back to the shoulder, and due to how the contrast works, it'll go back to the face since it's lighter, or to the hand, which is attached to the hair, and that goes also back to the face because it's lighter than everything else in the picture. The two colors that Phonic picked for the cheeks are just so nice. They're just very like, I know this piece is rather intimidating, but they're just very squishy, and I just like these two colors next to each other. Just very cute. Now, you can find Phonic on their Instagram at Phoic7459 on Instagram. Now, time for another amazing piece by Ink. Here's another amazing piece. You can find Ink on their TikTok or Instagram, InkWolfOnline. So, may I just say, I love the line work on this piece. It's just so nice. It's very smooth and it's very consistent. And I love the breaks in the darker gray bit, and also their use of the color red. Of course, you got the most saturated bit of the red on the face and the horns, which look fantastic. It's antler horns are really hard to draw. I love how the vines creeping up don't look like pasted on. They look like part of the antlers. It's like these like cracks in it showing through. I love also how claustrophobic how close everything in the composition is. Way visually takes up a lot of visual interest, despite the fact that the moon, like the red moon behind them, is just about as saturated as the mouth. The way face still takes up the most visual interest, and with the dark trees in the back, which have just enough detail to show it's like, hey, look, there's something here, but like not enough so that there's like a nice amount of breathing room. It's like you're trapped here. I also really like the limited color palette, because in this piece really there's only 4-ish colors if you count the gray. You've got the bright red, black, and then the 2 different shades of gray. But really that's it. There's not that many colors in this piece. And there are a few colors that can be perceived as like the blue, like on the face, and like the brown between the eyes, but still really there's only 4 colors, and I really like how it looks, because it's just very attention grabbing, because the lighter tones of the white and the grays are just so much lighter than the background, and that saturated red just really allows the head to pop out of the background. It's just really good, really well done. Now you can find Ink on TikTok or Instagram at InkWolfOnline. Now, oh, it's you. Okay, so the next entry is from Chron. Might I add, for when I asked on my Google form, what socials would you like mentioned in the video, simply put your mom's house. Thank you, Chron. But I really like how they did their piece. It's just, teeth good. But also, I really like the way that the face looks. It's very simple. It's pretty similar to just Wei's normal outfit. It's the only thing different really is the red cheeks and the teeth. It's just very unsettling, because it's like, it just looks like the normal avatar, but like one detail's changed. I also really like the brush they chose. The texture it gives on the mask, that it's like that chalky texture, so it's like it's almost filled in, and then combined with the darker background that it's peeking through, it's just very good, very good. It's my favorite. Tyble. Bam, bam, bam. So, Tyble put 3-ish submissions in, so one of them is a spread with another one of the entries in it, so I'm just going to show the spread here. So first of all, this is our first traditional entry, and I really like it. I'm just a big sucker of like just paper and ink. Oh, it's just so nice. I love how melty it is in the floating head. I love floating head designs. Object heads are my jam. One thing I do like is like the scribble hatch using hatching to create depth in the right. Oh, it's one of my favorite things. I really like the effect and how like the cloud smoke in the background's so nice. I'm also a big fan of all of the melty mouths and the melty head. I'm a big fan of that. I haven't seen anyone else do that, but I just it's so nice. Mm, yes, the yummy art. 10 bams out of 10. Bam bam bam. And then here is the other picture from Tyble. It's like a little tiny little doodle, and I really like it. Again, I'm a sucker for object heads, so I'm just like, yes, floaty head, floaty head. And the little drips coming off of it, it's like waves disintegrating before. It's just so nice, just so nice. Oh, I love it. Last but not least, and those are all of the participant entries. Uh, uh, I, I, I drew something for the event because I was afraid no one was gonna submit anything. And here it is. It's this. I really like how it turns out. How it turned out. I really love the red and the magenta, and how it like leads up into the trees. And that hand and the wood grain. That took me so long to do, and I'm just very glad. I'm just very glad that it looks good. But anyways, that is all of the arts, and I will be going through all of them quickly once again, along with their socials. Aphelion with the very nice and cozy piece, and you can find them at twitch.tv/AphelionAstri. You got this wonderful potato blue inspired piece by Inkwolf Online. They go by the same name on TikTok and Instagram. Chron, Going to Your Mom's House. Then you got Phonic with these two beautiful, wonderful pieces. You can find Phonic at Phoic7459 on their Instagram. And then my favorite person, Tyble, with the wonderful traditional doodles. Anyways, can't wait to see you guys next week for next week's little weep thing. I can't believe I actually got so many submissions. It makes me very happy. Anyways, hope you guys have a great, wonderful, hope you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and hopefully I'll see your submissions for my weep next. Woo!